Hey everyone, Caleb from Stay Lake Norman here. We are the best in class when it comes to vacation rentals on Lake Norman, and we want to bring you the best in class. So I'm sitting down with the best in the area, where to eat, what to drink, and how to play on Lake Norman. Let's get to it. All right, everyone, you know what time it is. We are back again with a brand new episode of the Lake Norman Experience podcast. And this is a different look if you're watching us because we're sitting in this incredible car, and we'll get that in just a second. But I'm here with Michele, the owner of Figgy.
Charlotte the Figgy.
Yeah. So let's start with this first. What's your favorite thing about Lake Norman?
The people.
The people.
Love the people. I grew up in a big city, Houston, Texas, which the people are great there, but I just think the warmth of the people, just, you know, and also I feel like people in Lake Norman area really know how to have a good time.
They do.
You know?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what we do too.
Yeah.
You know, we give them a place to have a good time.
That's right.
And this car
yeah.
gives everybody a good time. So tell me
girl.
about Charlotte.
So this is a 1991 Nissan Figaro from Japan. It was made exclusively for the Japanese market. So right when Nissan bought Datsun, they did this as a special project in Japan out of one factory called the Pike Factory. They were only going to do a few thousand of these cars, but the Japanese people went bananas for it. So they did about 21,000 of them, and they instilled a lottery system.
Okay.
So there's about 4,000, maybe 5,000 in operation now. You see a lot in the UK.
Yeah.
That's where the bulk of them are, but they're slowly coming over here. So.
And I've personally never seen a car like this.
Most people will never see this car in their lifetime, so it's really, really special. I drive it. I love people interacting with the car because it is so unique. A fun fact is you can see all these really pretty, like the clamshell design.
Right.
This was one of the first cars where the design team was predominantly made up of women.
Oh.
So they did this as a nod to Art Deco, a nod to the 1920s fashion, which is very cool. And it looks like it's older than 1991.
It does. When you said 1991, I was like, no way. But I can see it. I can see the small touches here and there that give, you know, homage to the 90s and the late 80s. Exactly. The tape
radio,
player
right?
here.
Yeah.
So, okay, but let's talk about what you actually do with Charlotte, because you drive it around, but it's not a rental car.
No.
So tell me about exactly what experiences you're creating for people.
So I think, one, I rent it out for people that are looking for kind of an edge, like aesthetically, something in their pictures that people, like, let's say for branding, because I do a lot of branding photos. It's great because you have a captive audience because they're trying to figure out what this car is, right? So I do that I do branding photos. I don't do photography. I partner with photographers. There's some amazing photographers in Charlotte and Lake Norman area. But so branding photos for wedding shots, that iconic getaway shot.
Absolutely.
I put a just married sign on back. The couple sits in the back and we'll record some video. And I do a lot of special events. Like Nina's regularly hires Figgy for her events. She does these big blowout events. Different places around. We're about to go to Philip's Place in a couple of weeks. So a lot of branding, a lot of engagement shoots also.
I love it.
And I do these picnics, which like kind of a champagne roadside picnic. I love to do it in the Lake Norman area.
Let's talk about that. So you're telling me I could call you.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something special for my partner.
Yeah.
And you would help me set up just this incredible, like, Hallmark movie moment.
You walk
picnic.
up and she will be blown away. So everything is set up. And I really try to pay homage to kind of it being vintage, right? So vintage china, vintage crystal, champagne. If people don't drink, there can be something else. A whole little charcuterie that's catered by Babe and Butcher. Blanket out, picnic basket. I even do a playlist. Like, come on.
That's heart feels right there.
Right.
That's everything.
Yes.
And but you go totally other way too, because I've seen you do some little kids photo shoots that
Yes.
I've just fallen in love with.
Oh my gosh, kids. So we do also do Barbie cars. So
Okay.
one of the things with, Barbie coming out, I was like, I want to do something with the car. The car's not pink.
Right.
I'm not going to turn it pink. So I do, they put car vinyl on
Okay.
the car, Red Eye Designs.
Yeah.
They do all the race cars and everything. So they do this high quality vinyl, and it can say Barbie, it can say the kids' names, and it's decked out in all things Barbie. But we can do that also for branding. So I can do custom license plates for things, which is really fun for events, etc. But yeah, the kids love it.
Absolutely. I could just see my little one just everywhere, all over it, just
Bananas.
loving it. So, okay, so you've got the kids, you've got the businesses, you've got the engagement photos, you've got the romantic picnic. Really, I mean, anything that could be photoed or videographed, you're in. You're a part of. You want to be in that moment and let the people feel special, and something that, once again, they're never going to see. Really,
it's
probably
so
in their
rare.
life.
So it really elevates your event, elevates your photographs, elevates. A lot of people do it for their Instagram feed, for socials, because again, you do have that captive audience, and it's something super unique.
Absolutely. And so for everyone listening, for those of you watching who get to see this unique Figaro, what's the best way for people to follow you, get a hold of you, see what you're doing, or where they can see you, or even book something with you?
Yeah. So www.charlottethefiggy.com is where you can use the inquiry form, put all your information in there, and book the car or get pricing information. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at Charlotte the Figgy, all things at Charlotte the Figgy.
Yeah.
So
and we'll link all that to the show notes below. Guys, if you are listening, if you are watching, it might look, the pictures and the videos don't do it justice. When you see it and you sit in it, and even just hearing it turn on, it's something really, really special.
It's beefy.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's also so quaint and
very elegant.
I can't really put into words explaining this. It's something you have to experience. Yeah. And if you need something for your photo shoot, if you just really want to experience a one-in-a-kind car, you definitely have to check out Charlotte the Figgy.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Lake Norman Experience. Make sure you don't miss another one, so be sure to follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Stay Lake Norman, and make sure to follow us and subscribe to the Lake Norman Experience wherever you get your podcasts.